The United States of America is home to the free and brave. The American flag is a symbol of our freedom. We must remember that there is a cost for freedom. We need to respect the flag and understand that the cost of our freedom to fly it is high. We must honor and respect those who have given their lives for our freedom. Everyone needs to remember that freedom is not free. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall was erected in 1982 and honors over 58,000 fallen American warriors. On September 11, 2001, our nation was attacked by terrorists. Thousands of Americans were killed in this attack, and the freedoms of America were threatened. When the second tower fell, it was a call for patriotism and the need to defend our freedoms. Our nation had been attacked, and we needed to band together to protect our nation's Constitution and core beliefs our founding fathers gave their lives for. These individuals who signed the Declaration of Independence were average citizens. It was through their blood that we have been able to keep our freedoms. Following the 9/11 attack, our country went to war against terrorism, which meant we would be putting our warriors in harm's way. These men and women are prepared to lay down their lives for our freedom. The National Memorial Ladies felt it important that we honor our fallen soldiers from Texas through a special memorial. The goal is to make sure that the families do not feel that their loved ones have fallen in vain. This memorial is to honor those who have fought and died in Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation New Dawn. The National Memorial Ladies is a volunteer service formed at the Houston National Cemetery. They attend all burials at the cemetery and to honor our soldiers who fought for our freedom. The Memorial Ladies are there to make sure that no soldier is buried alone and give a condolence card to the family. The Memorial Lady is part of the ceremony along with a chaplain and honor guard. She attends the burial with silent reverence. Military funeral honors for veterans and service members are provided by the Department of Defense at no cost to the family. The Houston Veterans Administration Cemetery was dedicated on December 7, 1965. It is the only governmental cemetery constructed in the United States during the 1960s. The cemetery is open to the public 7 days a week. Family and loved ones are able to pay their respects to their heroes, brothers, sisters, and loved ones. The cemetery is beautifully designed to pay respect and provide a peaceful resting place for these fallen soldiers. At the funeral, volunteers from the Patriot Guard pay their respect by leading the procession with motorcycle escort and displaying American flags in honor of the fallen. Military personnel carry the casket in a somber manner with precision. Once the casket has come to rest, the honor guard removes the American flag specific to military code. As they remove the flag, let's recount the soldier's oath. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Ready, aim, focus. Ready, aim, focus. Ready, aim, focus. Ready. Present. Order. Duty. Honor. Country.
Once the flag has been folded and prepared, it is presented to the family of the fallen soldier. The American Gold Star mothers present a Gold Star flag to the family to be flown to signify the loss of a son or daughter in war.
Gold Star Mothers America is a national organization for mothers who have children serving or have served in the military. A true
This tradition has been conducted since World War I. The memorial ladies are there to make sure that no soldier is buried alone and give a condolence letter to the families and affirm that they are there to give honor to their loved ones who gave military service to our country. Members of the Patriot Guard then salute the fallen warrior and present the family with a plaque and coin.
Specialist Alexander Lamar Gentle, a true American hero, you have the gratitude of an entire nation for your service and sacrifice. On behalf of the Southeast Texas.
All of this is done at the funeral to remind us that freedom is not free, and we should never forget those who've given their lives for our country. These volunteers have served the military and have put their lives in harm's way many times. They deserve our respect and must always and continue to honor their service. If it were not for their service, we would not have our freedoms. Thanks to the dedication of the National Memorial Ladies, a memorial is being prepared for 13 counties surrounding Houston, Texas. They need your support to raise over $300,000 for its construction. Please do your part in supporting this important endeavor.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Ojeda. I've been in the Army for about 7 years now, and I'm a communication specialist. I make sure all the computers and all the radios that we have are pretty much up to par. Whenever we need them, they're there. I got to make sure that they're up and running.
Good. All right. Well, tell me, what do you think about this monument that we're trying to put together?
The monument, it's going to signify that everybody that's gone from Iraq to Afghanistan, that they deserve something, just like we did for the Vietnam monument. And I think it's going to be the greatest thing that's going to happen to the city and the surrounding 13, 14 counties, however it's going to surround. But it should be everybody that's gone and paved the way for this, that's given their life for America and the soldiers and all that, they should have something like that. I believe everybody should have it.
Good. What do you think about your fallen brothers who gave their lives?
That's kind of you really don't want to say, well, you're glad that they did, but in a way that you are glad, because we wouldn't have the freedoms now. If somebody didn't come before me or somebody after me, we wouldn't have the freedoms that we have now. So I mean, I'm glad they gave their life for it, and believe me, I'm willing to lay my life down the same way that they did.
And what does freedom mean to you?
Freedom. I've been asked that twice already. Freedom is to do what I want within the letter of the law, and be able to say what I need to say, and not be able to be persecuted for it or beheaded. Not even that, but just to be, having the freedom to say it and not to worry about, hey, you're going to go to jail for that. And like other countries, I wish other countries could have this freedom as we do. So I cherish that a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much.
On April 5th, 2012, we celebrated the first Gold Star Day in Houston, Texas. We honored wives of fallen warriors. Men and women put their lives on the line every day to protect our freedoms. When asking what the cost of freedom is, you don't have to go very far. All you need to do is ask these women what we pay for this freedom.
Well, I'm a veteran and I'm also a survivor. My husband died on active duty service, but I've also lost many friends in OIF and OEF, and so memorializing them and honoring them is very important to me.
What do you think about the memorial they're going to be putting up on the Cypress Wood?
Like I said, as a veteran and as a survivor, I feel that it's very, very important to honor those that have served, and having something tangible in our community as a reminder and as a place to go and grieve and remember my friends and my husband is so important to me, because I don't have a place to do that. My husband is buried in Connecticut, my friends are buried in Arlington, and I have really no place to go and reflect on that. And so I feel that it's a gift. It would be a gift to have a memorial here in Houston.
And what is the cost of freedom?
That's such a loaded question. There's no way to place value on someone's life. It's invaluable. I think the average citizen has no idea what a service member sacrifices, and what the families sacrifice, and even what fellow service members sacrifice when you lose someone that you love and you care about and you served with. There's no price for that, because they never come back. And so I can't put a price on that. I can't say what it's worth, because it's affected my whole life. It's affected me in so many ways. My son doesn't have his father anymore. I don't have some of my friends. I don't have my husband. So the price isn't immeasurable.
And what would you like to say to people in the United States about freedom and what it means to you?
I would like to tell people that freedom isn't free. I know that's something that a lot of people have heard, but freedom isn't free. I know that we all volunteer our service as service members. We volunteer to do what we do, and we're proud to do that. And if we have to, we're proud to lay our lives down. But to have a reminder in the community of how many people have given for that, I think people need a daily reminder of that. I think people need to pass by that on the freeway, or pass by that when they're out with their kids at the park playing or flying kites. They need just a reminder of what it takes to keep the United States the way that it is. We have this way of life because there are people here that are willing to serve freely for our country, and having a reminder of that in the community is invaluable. I think we forget. We go and do our barbecues on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. We go and barbecue, we go out to the park, and sometimes people forget why we get to do that. There are countries in this world where you can't gather like that, and you can't go out with your family, and you can't go out and say a prayer before a meal in a park. And I feel like that's going to slip away with the return of the veterans. I feel like people are going to forget that. You know, with the everybody's home thing, it's going to be forgotten, and I don't want them to be forgotten. I don't want my friends forgotten, and I don't want my husband forgotten.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your service.
Thank you.
Thus far, over 6,000 Americans have died in Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation New Dawn. We need to remember these men and women and make sure their lives have not been sacrificed in vain. This monument is being constructed to allow loved ones to pay their respects and give honor to their fallen heroes. Please do your part in making this dream come true. You can go to www.kiamonument.org to make your donations. Through your support, we will complete the circle of sacrifice. Our men and women are prepared to lay down their lives for your freedoms. What are you willing to do for them? We should never forget the cost for freedom. It is our obligation to make sure our fallen and wounded soldiers did not sacrifice in vain.
Band of Honor Guard, our Volume 3, Thomas Victoria Porter Trumpet, Jack Malone. Honor Guard, port! Port! Halt! Hip, right, hey! Right! Hey! Pop! Hey! Pop! Hey! Pop! Hey! Right!
Please rise for taps.